Caitlin Clark, the star point guard from the University of Iowa, has taken the college basketball world by storm, not just by her incredible skill on the court, but now by making history off of it. News broke that she inked a groundbreaking $60 million deal with Adidas, a partnership that's turned heads far beyond just the basketball community. Known for her electrifying plays, long-distance shooting, and fierce competitive nature, Clark's decision to join the Adidas family cements her status as one of the most influential athletes of her generation. But this wasn't just a payday or a flashy announcement. Clark's partnership with Adidas could reshape the way collegiate athletes view endorsements, as it spotlights the potential for players to capitalize on their talent, charisma, and public image in ways unheard of just a few years ago. But before we proceed further, don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe. At first glance, Clark might not seem like the traditional face of a massive brand. She's down to earth, has a sharp sense of humor, and isn't shy about celebrating big moments with unrestrained enthusiasm, qualities her fans adore. But it's precisely this authenticity that has helped her rise. Clark didn't just rack up stats. She built a following that connects with her unfiltered and relentless style. She's more than a player. She's become a phenomenon that transcends sports. So, when Adidas saw her potential, they weren't just betting on a single athlete. They were investing in an attitude and a vision for the future. This $60 million contract isn't just pocket change. It's a statement. Adidas has put Clark in a league of her own by offering her one of the largest deals in college sports history, pushing her closer to the influence and reach of top-tier pro athletes. This deal highlights the evolving power of collegiate athletes and the changing landscape of endorsements, especially with new regulations around name, image, and likeness, NIL. Adidas has essentially tapped into what they see as the future face of women's basketball, banking on the idea that Clark's unique blend of skill and personality will attract both young fans and sports veterans. It's a move that raises questions about what's next for other NCAA players with star potential, and how brands might respond in an era where athletes can finally capitalize on their fame before even reaching the professional leagues. Clark's basketball journey was never about the money or fame, and that's exactly what makes this deal so remarkable. From a young age, she was driven purely by her love for the game. She spent countless hours perfecting her craft, shooting three-pointers from absurd distances, and mastering the kind of crossovers that leave defenders scrambling. She earned respect through hard work, dedication, and a bit of old-school grit, qualities that have now put her at the center of a deal worth millions. But for Clark, this isn't about flashing cash or living a celebrity lifestyle. It's about amplifying her voice, elevating her platform, and, ultimately, inspiring the next generation of athletes. Adidas recognized this, understanding that Clark isn't just a basketball player. She's an icon in the making. Caitlin's move to Adidas might seem simple, another young athlete snagging a sponsorship deal, but it's layered with much more significance. For decades, sportswear giants like Nike, Under Armour, and Adidas have fought fiercely to sign the next big thing, but rarely have these deals reached such heights for a college player, let alone a female athlete. Her deal is a bold testament to her impact, bridging a gap that often exists in sports endorsements, where male athletes tend to land the more lucrative contracts. Now, Clark's deal becomes a landmark moment in collegiate sports, challenging old norms and setting a new standard for young athletes everywhere. Behind this multi-million-dollar partnership is a player who knows how to command attention without trying. Whether she's draining threes from half-court or dishing out no-look passes, Clark has a style that is equal parts flashy and efficient. She doesn't sugarcoat her competitive drive, and her intensity has led to memorable on-court antics. From letting her opponents know when she's on fire to pointing at the scoreboard with a smirk that says, "I told you so," Clark brings a charisma that's rare, and Adidas was quick to see the value in that. They're betting on her to bring that same fire to their brand, attracting a generation of fans who see in Clark not just a star but someone who's unafraid to be herself. For Adidas, Caitlin Clark's deal is more than a single partnership. It's part of a broader strategy to appeal to younger audiences who care about authenticity and athleticism in equal measure. The brand knows that today's fans aren't swayed by just another sneaker or celebrity endorsement. Clark is relatable, a player who wears her emotions openly and speaks her mind. Her honesty, combined with her prowess on the court, aligns with what modern sports fans look for: a genuine connection. Adidas is aiming to build that relationship by giving Clark a platform to share her story, her challenges, and her triumphs. They're putting their faith in her ability to influence not just the game but also the fans, who see her as more than a statistic, but as someone who's blazed her path. While the financial aspect of the deal is monumental, the real excitement lies in what Caitlin and Adidas plan to do with this partnership. Adidas has promised to work with her in creating exclusive lines of basketball apparel, shoes, and gear, all inspired by Clark's style and the way she approaches the game. She's always been particular about how she plays, and now she'll have a say in what her fans wear too. The partnership promises to bring an innovative edge to Adidas offerings, with products that aren't just stamped with her name but represent her identity, capturing her energetic spirit. For fans, it means they'll be able to share in a piece of what makes Clark's game so special, whether it's through a pair of signature sneakers or a jersey that captures her on-court energy. In an era where players are no longer limited by traditional expectations, Caitlin's deal opens new doors for college athletes everywhere. The agreement not only highlights her rise but also underscores a massive shift in college youth sports. With NIL deals now on the table, athletes have the power to control their brands in ways previous generations never could. Clark's partnership with Adidas sets a precedent, one that will likely inspire other athletes to think bigger and demand more from sponsorships. She's paving a path for future college stars to explore their worth, both as players and as influencers, without needing to rush into the professional leagues. Her deal tells the next generation, "You don't have to wait to be great," a sentiment that will resonate with athletes across all sports. For Clark, this deal is more than just business. It's a chance to impact lives beyond the court. She has often spoken about the importance of supporting young women in sports, encouraging them to dream big and pursue their passions. With Adidas resources and reach, she can now amplify her voice on a much larger scale, creating programs and initiatives to inspire young athletes to stay true to themselves. By aligning with Clark, Adidas isn't merely banking on her popularity. They're committing to a vision that supports athletic talent, female empowerment, and a culture that values individualism. Caitlin has always been about more than scoring points or winning games. She's interested in building a legacy that others can look up to and aspire toward. This partnership is a vivid reminder of how sports, fashion, and culture can intersect in ways that enhance each other. Caitlin's presence in Adidas gear will undoubtedly spark a shift in how brands approach athlete sponsorships, especially with young, up-and-coming athletes who haven't yet entered the professional scene. This is not simply about having a face to represent a product. It's about building a lifestyle, a brand image that reflects Adidas' focus on high-performance athletes with a passion for their craft. In Clark, Adidas found a partner who embodies what they stand for: determination, resilience, and the courage to carve out a new space in the sports world. But don't expect Caitlin Clark to change just because she has a $60 million deal in her pocket. Her fans know that her focus will remain squarely on improving her game, leading her team, and yes, nailing those jaw-dropping shots from beyond the arc. Clark's down-to-earth nature, coupled with her sense of humor and approachability, has earned her a devoted fan base that sees her as one of their own. She's not the kind of athlete to flaunt her earnings or turn her back on her roots. Instead, she's likely to keep doing what she does best: playing basketball with heart, grit, and a bit of cheekiness that keeps everyone on their toes. If anything, the deal just adds fuel to her competitive fire, pushing her to new heights. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel for more engaging content. We thrive on your feedback, so be sure to leave your thoughts in the comments section below. Until next time, keep discovering and stay tuned.